Hello and welcome to Comic Reviews and Knacks. This is Iron Man issue 5 and I'm Sean and I will be reviewing this for you now. So let's start off with the cover. Now the cover, I'm kind of 50-50 about this. I mean, I like the look, the concept. I just don't like the way they've executed it because it looks very bland to me. So very kind of similar how I feel about the first issue. I liked the look and the concept idea. I just think they've not executed it all too well. Um, so I'm kind of 50-50 about this cover. So anyway, let's move on to the comics. So it's part 5 of the Extremist, 5 of 5 of the Extremist storyline in this current issue comics. And it starts off a decade ago, like the others started off in Russia and all that sort of stuff. And it starts off with young Tony with an Obadiah Stane lookalike. And they're having a drink on the balcony, and the Obadiah Stane man, he's not Obadiah Stane, but he looks like him, starts going on about how we're thinking too small. So then it goes to current day, with Tony and Pepper having a bit of a chat, and Tony's getting angry at phones and whatever happened to free energy, and Pepper's having a talk with him, and there's a bit of banter between them and a bit of what's the word, friction is between them at the moment. But then anyway, Pepper mentions the final extremist, and Tony's like, "Yeah, I know. I've been avoiding it because I'm pretty sure I know who's up there." And lo and behold, it skips now to the space station, and then it skips to this Obadiah Stane man that we saw at the very start, and Tony there shows up. But thing is, there was no kind of warning for this. He just kind of shows up. Oh, hi Tony. Literally it. Um, so it goes into the actual gets on board, and Tony's in a suit, and he's giving them a talk. And they're not actually doing anything bad with extreme these people. They're going on how they're just evolving humans. They don't kill anyone. They just steal the technology. They've not actually paid for it, and they're there. So, for example, they've infected them ourselves with extremists, but not to make themselves superhuman, just so that the bodies don't deteriorate while they're in space, which is a very cool concept. And and this not Obadiah saying, but he's going on about how he just wants to next level humans, not to like with superpowers, just so we can explore the world without the prison of having to wear the spacesuits and everything like that. And Tony kind of agrees with him, but it's the fact that because Tony can walk in so easily and take the extremist kit, um, anyone else can. Doom, Mandarin, anyone. So he takes them down, and then he blows up the extremist kit, and then Tony kind of leaves with an apology type thing, and then it moves to a few weeks later. Um, Moves a few weeks later, and Tony's going on about how this is what he wants to do, and they're all going on about Tony, what you on about? What you on about? And Tony, he just kind of finishes with Tony suiting up, and then flying off into space in a. There's no other way to say it. It's turbo time. We need a buster now. Yeah, at first this suit I really didn't like it. I just imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger going, "Ah, you okay, Pepper? Operating system, 100% bugs. You shouldn't be calling me sir. You're mocking me, right? Yeah, you're looking great. This is a bit creepy." So yeah, and then the comic ends with Tony flying off into space. With turbo time. I am Turbo Man. Bloody hell. And that's where the comic ends. And don't get me wrong, the artwork in this comic was perhaps one of the better ones of the series yet. In terms of the actual drawing of the characters. The actual cover of the actual issue, though, wasn't so fantastic. And it felt kind of rushed in terms of the story arc of this one. It's kind of like, right, we kind of got to quickly get him off into space because he's got to go join the Guardians and stuff. We all know that, but it felt rushed in how the way in which they did it. So it kind of went down a few notches in my books. It wasn't a bad issue. It really wasn't. It just wasn't really necessarily a great issue. Um, so I'm gonna give this one 6.5 out of 10 again. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Just for me, it's not got that. They didn't think about it all too well. So I'm gonna say this one's 6.5 out of 10. Okay, and I shall see you all next time.